So our presentation is on Hamlet and His Problems by T.S. Eliot.
Our article thesis is Hamlet's state of mind is very intricate and continuously changing. He is also very confused about all of the emotions he's feeling. At the beginning of the play, he's very depressed, but after he finds out that his father was murdered by his uncle, he becomes vengeful. He begins pretending to be insane to hide his plot for revenge, which soon transforms into true insanity. He tries to suppress all of his emotions, and that makes him eventually begin to lose his mind. So our first major point is Eliot says Hamlet's state of mind is a direct result of his confused emotions. Hamlet is not able to understand his feelings, which becomes an obstacle in his plot for revenge. Eliot points out that without the conflict of Hamlet's emotions, the audience would have perceived the play very differently. Hamlet is dominated by his emotions and is unable to express them because he can't let anyone know he is plotting revenge on Claudius. Throughout Act 3, we see Hamlet trying to catch Claudius for what he did, while also trying to hide what he has learned from the ghost.
For major point 2, for Shakespeare, Hamlet's state of mind is less than madness and more than a simulation. Hamlet has unpredictable emotions that are constantly changing, from depression and mourning of his father to anger and insanity towards everyone. Hamlet convinces everyone that he is madly in love with Ophelia, so no one will suspect him. He's trying to distract people from his knowledge of his father's murder, and he does this by doing humorous actions.
Basically an example of these humorous actions throughout the play would be whenever Hamlet goes into Ophelia's room and he's like professing his love to her, and they all think that he has gone mad.
For major point 3, there are no actions to satisfy Hamlet's disgust for his mother. Hamlet doesn't understand the disgust he has for his mother and is not able to express these emotions. Because of Gertrude's negative character, she causes Hamlet to feel new emotions as he experiences confusion about his internal conflict. He is forced to push hatred towards his mother instead of Claudius in fear that he will be killed. So this is because if Claudius finds out that he knows that Claudius killed Hamlet Sr., then he'll kill Hamlet. So he's trying to hide that. So he kind of pushes all that hatred towards his mother because he has nowhere else to push his hatred.
So for our surprising and interesting insights, Eliot says it's very clear the motive of the play is revenge and Hamlet's madness is a way to cover it up. Shakespeare keeps the play alive with the feeling of intensity as it's something everyone has known. The author describes how many of Hamlet's scenes are inconsistent and unexplained. By that we kind of mean like throughout the play we don't really fully know what's going on in Hamlet's mind. We never know what he's going to do. We don't really know how anyone like truly feels because it's kind of, we don't know if they're faking it or if that's how they actually feel. And then the audience experiences more emotion as Hamlet suppresses his feelings just because we don't know what he's going to do throughout the whole play, so kind of keeps you on edge, so you're wondering what's going to happen next. So for AP Prompt 1, we did 2004 Form B. The most important themes in literature are sometimes developed in scenes in which a death takes place. Choose a novel or play and write a well-organized essay in which you show how a specific death scene helps to illuminate the meaning of the work as a whole. So, Hamlet's father's death causes Hamlet's emotions of grief, depression, and anger to come out. As Hamlet doubts how his father died, he is visited by the ghost of King Hamlet, and this is when he finds out the truth of how he died, and this is when he kind of switches from mourning to insanity. He becomes vengeful, and now the play is more focused on anger and anger towards anyone around him. Our article kind of helps to talk about that, and like it talks about how the switch kind of happens in Hamlet's mind, like whenever it really switches from him just kind of faking his insanity and just mourning and plotting his revenge, and then he really truly switches to becoming insane.
So for AP Prompt 2, we did 2005. In Kate Chopin's The Awakening, protagonist Edna Pontellier is said to possess that outward existence which conforms, the inward life that questions. In a novel or play that you have studied, identify a character who outwardly conforms while questioning inwardly. Then write an essay in which you analyze how this tension between outward conformity and inward questioning contributes to the meaning of the work. So we can use the article to answer this prompt because throughout the play we see on the outside Hamlet seems to be mourning and moving on from his father's death, but on the inside he's actually planning revenge and is angry towards his mother and Claudius for King Hamlet's death. Hamlet is not able to communicate the way he feels to anyone because of Claudius, so he suppresses his emotions to the point even he doesn't truly know what he feels, causing themes of madness throughout the play. So basically this is just saying that because of this going back and forth between his inward and outward emotions and what he's showing and not showing to other people really causes his faking of insanity to become true insanity. And for our discussion question, do you think that Hamlet's madness is true or is he faking it?